Hey guys, down your Herna Jumper. So I guess this is my first webcam video ever, and I'm sorry if you can never ever hear me, or if my webcam freezes up, because it does that every once in a while, and my mic will literally just give out, because I don't know. But I thought I'd do this video for people who need help with Breyerfest, and just some tips, because I know, because I've been watching a lot of classless videos, because like me and Brandon have been really bored, and I've seen a lot of stuff that's been really wrong. Like, you guys really need to read over the rules. This is the hardest youth show by far. They have like 4 different rules book thingies, and I mean, you really have to read over every single thing. But I'm just gonna go over the class list for now and just tell you what you need. Like in class 1, okay. Obviously, any model that you've done, they will check for signatures. You know, just try to make them look as realistic and well as possible. And then, in unrealistic colors, guys, really unrealistic colors. Like, at open shows, you can get away with, if you have a Breyer that's technically realistic but looks unrealistic, like, you could put it in the unrealistic colors at an open show. But at Breyerfest, they know it's realistic because they made it, so you really cannot get away with it. So that means if they're glossy, they still go in original, like, they still go in a normal color. If they are a normal color, but they have, like, they're the old markings where it's kind of just like a faded blaze or faded, like, socks that go up really high and they just kind of blend in, that's still realistic in Breyer's book, and anybody's book, really. Donkey Mule Zebra, you know, par breed, mixed breed, grade other pure breeds. No half Arabians, okay? Breyer says it specifically, if they are half Arab, you must put them in part Arab. I'm sorry, but I've seen a bunch of people do it, and I just don't want anybody getting in trouble or getting disqualified, because that would make me really sad. And same with, is that it? Like, same with any other, like, part-bred classes. They're gonna get mad at you. But, Clydesdale, of course, Clydesdales, make sure that Clydesdales can actually be that color, because that happened at our last show. This little girl put in, like, the little creamsicle full, and it got first, but it wasn't really fair because it was Palomino and not painted right, and it was, yeah. But, and then Shire. Other draft breeds, it's anything that's not a Clydesdale or not a Shire. That's pretty easy. Other pony breeds, that's anything that's not European, and not a European pony breed, and also part breed ponies. So, make sure on your tags, if you put any ponies in, British ponies, make sure they are not part bred. Maybe they might be, but don't put them down as a part bred, because they will say it needs to go in the other pony breeds. Unrealistic customs, that's obvious. It's pretty much the same thing as the unrealistic colors, but, you know. Gated breeds, that does not include Tennessee Walkers, Plantation Walkers, or 5 Gators. 5 Gators need to go in either Saddlebred or Morgan, or anything that really gates. Unless you count it as a racking horse, but racking horses don't look like that because that is 5 gating, and normally Saddlebreds can only do that. Arabian, of course, it's any Arabians. Don't put any part Arabians in there. Make sure they look like an Arab, because that's happened a lot. Tennessee Walking Horse, of course, it's easy. That does include Plantation Walkers, if anybody has them, by the way. Part Arabian and National Show Horse. Technically, part Arabs are National Show Horses, but people need to put them down anyway. Only half Arabs and National Show Horses. So, no pure breeds. Unless, yeah, technically. Morgan, of course, Morgans. You know, just the normal stuff. Sport breeds. That includes Irish Draft. Oh, that brings me back to other draft breeds. Irish Drafts are not allowed in the other draft breeds. It says it specifically, too. They must go in sport breeds. Nav strippers must go in sport breeds. I don't advise anybody to put Sheikoff Hallenbeck in the Appaloosa class, because Appaloosas normally cannot do that move. that he's doing. I mean, it's an extended trot, but it's really hard to make them look like that unless they're really sporty, but then they'd be a sport Appaloosa, which would go in sport breeds. You know, any sport breed. Carriage breeds, that includes Gypsy Banners, Frisians, Welsh Cobs, Cleveland Bays, two Gepards, and Acnes, I think. Or if you have an Orlov Trotter, you know, just look it up. Most loved models, I found this out a long time ago and I was really happy. They can be rubbed and have broken legs and broken ears, and as long as you have a good story. They're basically just making it off of your good story because you have to write a story. Don't forget that. You have to write a story. Connoisseur, Testo, AK, runs a 450 less. That kind of speaks for itself. Quarter horse. Make sure to actually put quarter horses in, guys. Somebody tried to put, like, who was it? I don't know, but somebody tried to put, like, a pony in there. Didn't work last year. Appaloosas, of course, Appies. No solid Appaloosas. And same with paint horses. And in Breyerfest, they say that they must be in either a thoroughbred or a quarter horse mold to be able to show in the paint horse. And no solid paints. Mustang, obviously Mustangs, it's pretty easy. Spanish breeds, Lucianos, Andalusian, whatever Alberzo is. I'm being really slow and I'm tired today. Had marching band camp. No Passos. Okay. No Peruvian Passos, no Paso Finos. Don't put them in there. The foals pretty much speaks for themselves. Same with the rest of them. Unicorn, Pegasus, any other OF Breyer. You can show plushes. You can show any of the, like, unicorns and Pegasuses, of course. You can show rocking horses. You can show Christmas ornaments. You can show the old ponies models, pony gals, I think. I'm not sure. You can show whatever they're called. The wind dancers. Show them. Yeah. And then in performance, English Pleasure, no arena setups, no riders, just pretty much an English bridle and an English saddle. Like, normally they won't have boots on in English Pleasure, because that's normally with hunters, and they don't have boots. They won't even allow boots, actually. So don't put boots on your horses in English Pleasure. English Event, of course, make it look like your event. Hunters, more natural jumps, jumpers, crazy looking jumps. Cross country, you know. Dressage, you have to have the arena on the outside. You must have a copy of the test. You must have a paragraph of what they're doing, like about the move that they're doing. And they must be away from the fence as much as, like, they should be. And the horse must be actually moving that same way. Western Pleasure, it's almost the same as English Pleasure, but with Western tack. Western Event, that's normally like roping, reining, cutting. Those are basically the other ones. Western Trail, normally people will put them over poles, but just make sure, like, get the stuff. Costume, of course, costumes. That can also include historical events, like the Midnight Ride of Paul Revere. Harness, you know, just harness. Other performance that includes showmanship. So showmanship must go in there. I'm running out of time, so realistic scenes with equines, non-equines realistic, and scene unrealistic, you know, just follow what they're saying pretty much. Oh, and in the performance classes, this year the rules say that you can only use Breyer-made tack. I know I'm not going to really follow the rules, but I'm going to try as much as I possibly can. But if Breyer has not made anything that you're using, you can show them otherwise. But that's all the time I have, so bye guys!